This Wednesday morning, we're waking up to about 37 degrees here.
And just climbing and climbing and climbing. Let's send it over to KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean McAday. Sean, how high are we climbing? What are you tracking?
Well, I'm tracking another day in the 60s. Yesterday was amazing. We were in the mid-60s. Now, it was really windy yesterday, especially in some of these open areas. The nice thing about today is that it won't be windy. Today's the best day of the month. I'm just going to declare that. Let's talk about how often we get 60-degree days in November, because for generally Rochester, Mason City, Albert Lea, we're averaging 2 or 3 days per year for November in at least 60 degrees. Okay, so you get a couple. This is kind of normal. But by December, you almost never do, right? Very, very rare. On average, the first 60-degree day, of the new year comes in March. So we're going to go through December, February, January, I went out of order, and a good portion of March until we see another 60-degree day. It's going to be many months, okay? So these are the last couple of days above 60 degrees with temps you could call almost warm for a long time. Today's going to be the nicest of these next 2 days. Reason being, light winds. Winds today on the lighter side. A beautiful start to the day in Rochester. Same thing we're seeing in Mason City, clear skies. We are in the 30s. You're going to want to bundle up for the moment, but things will be warming up nicely. High pressure. Look at this. There's nothing across the upper Midwest right here. High pressure's making sure all the clouds are away from us. Tomorrow those clouds will return, but today, nah, it's going to be great. Temps right now in the mid-30s, below freezing in Owatonna, a touch cooler, but the rest of the area is above freezing with, for the most part, light winds that really we don't have to be concerned about. We'll continue to rapidly warm up through this morning. By 10 a.m., that's not too long from now, a couple hours, we're almost 50 degrees. And by lunchtime in the early afternoon, we'll be into the low 60s, and I would say even the mid-60s in some parts of North Iowa. We will cool down pretty quickly overnight, but tomorrow even warmer thanks to winds out of the south, bringing us all those temps very quickly. Winds 20+ miles per hour before skies kind of gradually clear Friday and Saturday. This weekend is looking quite nice. Let's talk about those winds tomorrow. By lunchtime already, we're gusting 35+ miles per hour. Okay, very windy. A couple hours later, we're gusting 40+ miles per hour. When you're talking about winds this strong, especially out of the south, you're talking about it becoming a little bit difficult to drive in some of these open spots. If you have a very high-profile vehicle and you're driving on 14 or I-90 east or west, you are holding on to that pretty tight because it will be knocking you around, again, in those open areas. Things calm down on the Friday and Saturday, though, and then the cool temps start to push in. Here's Saturday. Okay, highs in the 50s. Still, honestly, really nice on Saturday if you want to get outside, just maybe not as nice as today. And then early next week, Monday, the cold air starts to push in. Chance for rain on Monday. And here's Thursday. You know, this is still 8 days away, so it could change a little bit, but we're sure of the general trend for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a frozen feast. That means highs are going to be likely below freezing, 20s or low 30s. That winter weather is moving in, and it's at the end of our 7-day forecast, even just beyond that. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. Thankfully, it doesn't look like a great chance for snow, which is fantastic because a lot of folks will be traveling, of course, for the Thanksgiving holiday. But it goes to show to take advantage of today. Today's the best.
Well, then, you know, if you haven't done your Christmas decorating yet after Thanksgiving, you'll be in that spirit with that colder weather.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. You won't feel bad about putting up the Christmas tree. You know, maybe even early, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm also not sure, I don't know, t-shirts, shorts, it seems so weird to wear that in November, but hey.
I could today.
Yeah, I know, that's really crazy. Okay. Sean, thank you very much. Just days before its Friday deadline, the U.S. House